Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. Now, let's take a look at WTI CRUDE for the week. Those of you that are yet to subscribe and you haven't subscribed, make sure you please click on the subscribe button, like and share. So, before to predict this moment for this week, I want us to actually start with the full time frame, the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame. We would want to understand the movement itself and why we'll be making such move. I want you guys to pay attention closely. So let's start with the monthly time frame. So this movement, let's start this movement from 2020. We all know during that lockdown era, right? We saw WTI, started spiking up. We were getting an higher highs and higher lows. I think during that period, price was trading at about $20, right? WTI was trading about $20 and even less, right? So around it was around $10, right? Then during that lockdown, it started increasing in size and everything. So price has been giving us that bullish move, higher highs and higher lows. Then this movement which was in 2022, right? That is around June, July, right? I think so. Then price started giving us that drop. So price have been dropping ever since then. So now when you take a look at this average, moving average right now, you see that the price previously around that 2020 was actually trading above the 10 period moving average. So by the way, I'm using 10 period simple moving average. I use it a lot. You can use exponential, anything you want, but I'm using simple average here, which is 10 period. Now, those of you that don't really know how to trade this moving average, once the price is rallying up against the moving average, you are seeing higher highs and higher lows, especially trading above the moving average. Definitely, that is a buy movement. All you should be watching out for is to actually go long. So that is what WTI has been showing us. Now, if you take a look at this movement, a drop has now finally been made, and you can now see it is trading below our 10 period moving average. So we can now see a drop has been made, right? See it, drop has been made. Then after that drop, we had a pullback. After the pullback, what do we have next? Another drop. You can now see this huge candlestick wick sticking out. That is to tell you that this like bearish move is a confirmation move. So more drop is to come. Anyhow, if you're a position trader, or a long-term trader, right? You should have it in mind that more bearish move is to come. By the time you get to the month of January next year, by the month of February next year, we will continue to see a drop on our WTI. So above all, our price is trading below our 10 period moving average. So is this drop over? Definitely not. We still expect more drop to be made. So I mean, the month of December, price got to its level of, was it not 69 or 70? Let's say 70, which is more visible. The month of December, price got to the level of 70. Then kind of like a pullback has happened. This is one of the reasons why candlestick wick is sticking at the bottom. So that is to tell you that by the time we get to the month of this January, we would also get a red candlestick, right? Price will give us that bearish move, so have it in mind. Now, this is the month of November. Price open and close bearish. So this is the month of December. Price also open and close bearish, no doubt. But a huge candlestick wick, you can call it a pain bar, right? If you want. Anyhow, that is it. So by the time we get to the month of January, you should also get a bearish move. So if you're a position trader, you should have it in mind that WTI, like the full trend, there is a more drop coming. Now, when you go to your weekly you know time frame, right, you will see the trend, right? This is the recent move that is being made, this bearish move. Now, those of you that trade, you would want to ask yourself some question: what is the trend for this moment? Markets do make three type of movements: uptrend move, downtrend move, ranging markets move. So before you want to place any trade, you would want to know the trend for such trade. So what we are getting here is a downtrend move, lower lows and a lower highs, lower lows and a lower highs. You can clearly see that price has been trading below this moving average until price eventually broke above it. Then it has corrected itself. So let's start this movement from here for quick analysis. We will see this as a lows and a pullback, a correction, then a new lows and a drop here with a pullback, sorry, like a double top movement, right? Price kind of goes like a double top. As when price broke above this highs, we would have considered this as an okay, maybe change in direction of a bullish move, but price actually rejected that top. And guess what? We've gotten a new drop. If you notice that this huge candlestick wick here actually broke this previous low, so still a confirmation that we are on a low, still a bearish move. Then guess what? We had a kind of like a pullback, a new lows has been made. You see this new lows broke this previous lows, and this is like a pullback that has been made there. So I did analysis last week, right? I told you guys that we should kind of like watch out for WTI crude oil to get to a level of 83 before we get that drop, right? So you can go back to confirm. I said I'm watching out for a level of 82, 83 before we get that drop. But for the week, I think WTI actually got to a level of 81. So I think it remained about $2, to make it 83 for our prediction to be correct. But anyhow, price has given us that pullback, right? And we can see this price, close to our 10 period moving average. Now I told you guys that once you get to a level of 83, we should expect that drop. So since that price has gotten to a level of 81, we can still consider that as a valid point. 81, 82, 83, just about $2 for it to get there. It's not a must. Our prediction is 100% correct. At least if it's close to correction, that is it. Nobody can predict it 100% right. So anyhow, we've gotten a pullback. We can see this pullback come close to our moving average. What do you expect? We should find a rejection at this level. So expect a drop on this WTI crude. So this week that we are predicting for, I strongly believe that we would have a bearish move. WTI crude should open and close bearish. So I still see this price to still be trading below this 10 period moving average, right? Right. So this WTI crude oil, for the weekly aspect of it, we would expect a drop this week. Notice on the monthly time frame where we are still expecting more drop to be made, especially by the time the January end, we should be able to see it fully. Price to close bearish. Now this week that we are predicting for, we should also get a red candle. Let's see if we'll be able to get to a level of 75, 76. I'm not really sure it will get to that level, but at least if you are close to that level, it is fine. So WTI crude oil for this week, we will be considering a bearish move. Now let's go to the daily time frame. Like I said, once again, before you place your trade, you want to know the food trend. You can see the food trend, it is a bearish move. But this move, bullish move, is kind of like a pullback, right? And I told you guys that I would want to expect it to actually get to a level of 82, 83. This is one of the reasons why I'm watching out for this level, is that price has reacted to this level previously. We saw price reacted to this level here. We saw price react to the same level. So I am expecting price to come to this level, right? And find a rejection before we start getting that drop. So that is what I am watching out for WTI, right? So we can see this moment as an impulse move. We will take a look at this as a pullback. Then we will see this as an impulse move again. So this highs broke this previous highs. Now this is a pullback. So that Thursday that I did analysis for WTI, I told you guys that I will be watching out for a bullish move, right? But let's say unfortunately we did not get that bullish move on Thursday. But guess what? We had that bullish move on Friday. I guess most of you should have taken, take that trade if you were following consistently. So this is now the bullish move we've gotten on Friday. So I believe on Monday, Tuesday, we should be able to hit a level of 82 that I talked about last week. I told you guys that at least price should get to a level of 82, 83, right? Before we get that drop. So I am still watching out, for that level. So let me see if WTI will get to a level of 82, then we will get that drop. So this price, by the way, is still trading above the 10 period moving average. So we can still see this as a bullish move. Maybe if you want to go ahead and take this trade, and we can, if you are like you want to take this trade, you want to be patient enough, I would say maybe you should wait for the price to be trading below this 10 period moving average before you go ahead and sell. If not, we might still see this as a bullish move. Now that should now take us to the 4-hour time frame. So this is the movement. You can see the 4-hour time frame. This is an uptrend move. Have it in mind that the full trend we would want to sell, right? Especially on the monthly time frame, we would want to sell. Even on the weekly time frame, we would want to sell. So once we are getting a bullish move on the 4-hour time frame, and you are getting a bullish move on the daily time frame, it will be a bad idea to actually go and sell. It will not make sense for you to go and sell. So that is one of the reasons why I said be patient enough for this price to actually clock a level of 80 to 82. Then when you start seeing multiple break or structure downward, especially on the 4-hour time frame, you are seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Maybe then and then you can go ahead and sell. I believe by that multiple break or structure downward, price should be trading below that 10 period moving average, and then you can go and sell. So maybe for this week, if you can go ahead and sell, we get to level of 75, 76 that I just talked about, right? Maybe it is okay, or maybe we can get to level of 77. So if in case price gets to level of 82, I believe multiple break or structure will happen, be giving us that lower lows, lower highs. Then we can go ahead and sell. and maybe take profits for the week at a level of 77. Maybe the upper one, I'm going to update you guys on what to do. So above all, this WTI crude oil, a drop will be coming this week. We will close it bearish, but you just have to position your time. You just have to wait for a setup or know when you just have to enter at the right time. That is just it. WTI for this week will be giving us a bearish move.